Private insurance companies and other parties have been successful in stymieing healthcare reform for decades because it has deep pockets to bombard the entire American population with expensive and convincing false advertising. Americans know there is a problem with the healthcare system, but they do not grasp the gravity of the problem because most have yet to experience the distress they will face when they do get sick and must battle private insurance for their care. Americans being in a state of not completely understanding both the problem and the most effective solutions leave the doors of their minds wide open to subliminally directed fears by private insurance companies to do nothing or accept less than beneficial solutions. Ironically, the doors of their minds are also open for understanding the problem and coming to the right conclusions, which will in effect be that we need at least a public option in the healthcare reform legislation. Americans, by a substantial majority, want a public option. However, the false advertising by the private insurance companies are starting to have them question what in their gut they know we need. Congress currently responds to lobbyists because we have not mounted an effective assault on the issues. So what must we do in order to maintain America's confidence in the effectiveness of a public option and to ensure that the Congress and Senate effect a public option legislation? We must act en masse, we must act often, and we must act now. 1. Create a video with either your real bad experience with private insurance or someone you know with a bad experience. Publish this video on YouTube and on every video site you can think of. Email the text of this story along with a link to your video to everybody you know and request they do the same. Call the Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, and other right-wing radio shows and tell the screeners that Obama's healthcare system will bankrupt you personally in order for them to not hang up on you. When they put you on air, ask Sean, Rush, or the other right-wingers, why do they support Americans subsidizing private health care insurance with our tax dollars and our hard-earned wages by giving 30% of all our health insurance premiums to executives, shareholders, and overhead for what effectively is simply the payment of a bill while opposing a public option that does not have those costs? 3. Call the White House and email the White House twice a week concerning any issue on healthcare you see in the mainstream media or on the web that is contrary to the public option we must have. Let them know that you are an active supporter of the president, but will use the same zeal in his defeat if he does not insist on support of the public option. 4. Call and email your specific congressperson or senator, letting them know you want a public option and will be watching their vote. Let them also know you will actively work towards their defeat if a robust public option that anyone can join is not present. I am including links below for contacting the White House, your congressperson, and your senator. I am also including links to pertinent healthcare links that will prove informational on the issues. These actions may seem trivial, however, en masse, it will create its own momentum and work. Note, however, you must be the catalyst.